high-profile divorce case that has reached the Supreme Court, raising questions over alimony, lifestyle demands, and limits of financial settlement, especially in short marriages. Take a look at this. The woman was married for just 18 months. She is now seeking rupees 12 crore, a flat in Mumbai, and a BMW as alimony. Chief Justice of India, B.R. Gavai, questioned the demand. He noted the woman holds an MBA and has IT experience as well. The CJI remarked that educated individuals should aim for financial independence. He asked, your marriage lasted only 18 months and now you want a BMW too, is what the CJI said. 1 crore every month, he asked. The woman argued that her husband is very wealthy. She also accused him of falsely claiming she suffers from schizophrenia. And her lawyer said that she lost her job because of her husband's actions, including a false FIR. Now, CJI Gavai assured the court would bar both sides from filing new criminal cases against each other. The husband's counsel called the alimony demand excessive. She said the woman already lives in a Mumbai flat and noted that a BMW is a 10-year-old discontinued model. The husband told the court his wife backed out of a prior mutual settlement to demand more money. And the court has now, in the meantime, reserved its order, but it offered two options: a burden-free flat or rupees 4 crore rupees, along with a suggestion to seek work in the IT sector. But the larger question still remains: when do maintenance claims turn aspirational? And well, to talk about this, Rekha Agarwal, women rights activist and advocate Supreme Court, is with us on the broadcast, and Barkha Trehan, activist and president Purush Ayog, with us on the broadcast as well. Barkha ji, let me come to you very quickly first. The CJI's remarks about educated individuals, should go out and aim for financial independence, kamao or khud khao, they are being interpreted in different ways. There are two aspects to look at, and I need your insights on this particular front. Is this supposedly an empowering statement, empowering push towards self-reliance, or does it risk overlooking deeper marital and emotional damage? What's really happening? What's at play here?
I congratulate the CGI. It sets a precedent. Courts are now acknowledging the misuse. The narrative is shifting towards fairness. And I'm glad we have been heard, because we have been speaking this since more than a decade. And always we have found initially that the judiciary was very biased, but now the goal is shifting. Alimony is just for a need of a woman, but it is not for luxury. In this case, why the woman has demanded 12 crore money, a BMW, and a flat in Mumbai when she owes one. So this is extortion. This is legal extortion, and it should be stopped. The law must not become a tool for extortion. And tell me one thing: why should an able-bodied woman ask for so much maintenance or alimony? Why do they don't work? See, I met Justice Dhingra around 15 years back. Then also he used to tell these women who used to come to court and file false cases and then ask for hefty amounts of alimony. He used to say that you can work. Why don't you work? Then they used to say that we don't have any work. He used to make sure that some work is assigned to them. Then too, they used to never work. These able-bodied women are becoming parasites. No more parasites. I welcome this judgment and hope such judgments come in future also.
Barkha, the order has been reserved. This is just obiter dicta. The judgment isn't really out in this particular case. And I would like to, bring in Rekha Agarwal, women's rights activist and advocate Supreme Court. Mrs. Agarwal, how do you look at these developments, the obiter dicta coming from the CGI as well? There's rampant patriarchy. We all know about that. There is gender pay parity. Women have been oppressed, continue to be oppressed as well. So, who really draws that line when maintenance becomes aspirational more than compensatory? Who really draws that line particularly? And of course, your responder and rejoinder to what Barkha ji also said.
I was expecting that outburst from Barkha ji, and I do appreciate that, she's thinking that, now times have changed and, women can no longer, suck their husband's blood, to put it in a very blunt manner. But at the same time, let's not forget that, I mean, this is just, one of those rare cases where the woman is highly qualified and, and she's also, she's in the IT sector. The marriage has lasted for a very short time. But this itself cannot be taken as stating the law or stating the benchmark for deciding any matrimonial case. The laws are there very much. Section 24 provides for interim maintenance during the pendency of the case. Then there's Section 125 Criminal Procedure Code, where a wife is entitled to seek maintenance till the day she gets remarried. Then there's the Domestic Violence Act also, that she says if you've been with your husband in a domestic relationship, and domestic relationship doesn't just mean that you live for a few days. Here, this woman has lived for 18 months, with her husband. So, we really cannot, draw any conclusions from this observation of the Honorable CGI. As a woman rights activist, I do appreciate it. As a woman of the 21st century, I cannot still be defending, women, just without realizing the reality of the situation, that yes, women are now working, they're hardworking also. They are breaking the glass ceiling, so to say. And and the law says that, Barkhaji just used the term able-bodied woman. On the contrary, there are judgments which say that an able-bodied man, can have no excuse of providing maintenance to his wife. At the same time, the judgments which say that a husband cannot be used as a milch cow, to provide maintenance. So I would say in this case that first of all, the order has been reserved. We cannot say anything at all at the moment. Uh, these were just observations of the Honorable CGI. What exactly transpires, we'll have to see. But at the same time, I must remind you viewers, about this Rajneesh versus Neha judgment, which was pronounced by the Honorable Supreme Court itself. And the author was Justice Indu Malhotra, who's now superannuated. In 2020, she laid down the principle and procedure for deciding maintenance cases pan-India. So those are irrespective of the fact that whether a woman is working, not working, whether she belongs to a metro city, whether she's in the IT sector, irrespective of the fact that for how long the marriage has lasted. So in this particular case also, I'm quite certain that both the husband and the wife, the case that we're talking about, they must have filed a form, it's an affidavit which is filed on oath, with a declaration that I'm not making any false statement. So in this, the husband and the wife, they have to make a clean chit of their assets, including filing their 3 years income tax return, all their bank statements, etc., for the court to evaluate, in literally in a weighing scale, that where does the weighing scale tilt? Does it tilt in favor of the husband, or does it tilt in favor of the wife? And the various other factors which are taken into consideration. For example, are there any children over there in the marriage? If the wife is qualified, why is she not working? Has she not been able to find a job, or is she not making any effort at all, and she's just sitting pretty,
Ms.
waiting for
Agarwal,
her husband
every
to,
case,
provide maintenance?
advocate,
Kama
every case is going to be absolutely
Kabir,
unique to that
yeah,
particular couple. Every
absolutely.
case is
So
going to be
I
absolutely
wanted to-
unique.
I wanted to
Barkhaji,
make a
some would
remark.
also argue that
running.
once a woman is qualified, and experienced, as in this
exactly.
particular case with an MBA and IT background, the onus shift towards economic self-sufficiency. But at that point in time, is it a fair standard post-marriage, especially if this woman has faced career setbacks?
No.
See, Kabir, I would like to make a point here. Hello, can I make?
Yes, go ahead.
It's for you.
Yes, see, Kabir, here the marriage only lasted for 18 months. But tell me, what is happening? 6-month marriage, and then they take alimony. Then they remarry. I know of a woman who married 17 times in Mumbai. She bought a big, huge bungalow over there with the money of alimony. And every time she used to harass the husband and his family, get alimony, then again marriage. A woman in Noida, she married 35 times and got so much alimony. So what trend is this? That go for alimony, ask for huge amounts, 2, 3, 4 crores is very common. This is the amount. But where does a man? He's not an ATM machine. I really appreciate what CGI Gavai said. Kama ke khana chahiye. Yes, even if you are not
Absolutely
educated.
right. We understand and we agree with that. But is that going to be the benchmark for all the cases, Barkhaji?
No, Kabir.
Mrs. Trehan, is that going to be the benchmark for all the cases? That can't be the benchmark for all the cases now, can it?
It
Ms.
is the
Agarwal?
benchmark for all the cases.
Kabir,
Times have
I
changed.
appreciate
We are
what the
living in
CGI said,
21st
kama ke
century.
khana chahiye.
Right.
Nobody is
Right.
expecting that.
Barkhaji,
The husband
let Ms. Agarwal also come in.
want the
Barkhaji,
husband to
let
do
Ms.
the
Agarwal also come in. Right. Yes,
But
advocate.
even if the woman is qualified, there may be cases where a woman is not able to find employment because of the fact that her career has taken a back seat.
Right.
So simply because she's an MPA, we cannot say that tumko kama ke khana chahiye.
It's
Is she able
also
to
very
get a job?
difficult to
Then she may have
revisit the
चाहिए.
workplace. It's also very
But you
difficult to
can-
revisit
what
the
is not
workplace.
difficult?
Imagine
Let
an
us
MD,
not
a
problem.
woman CEO, having to,
Yes.
let go of the job for her, household and household
Looking
chores and
after the
duties,
house and the
and then having
family.
to come back. It's not easy to come back to these duties as well. And there's this aspect of
very-
schizophrenia over here as
I
well.
know of so many cases, Kabir, where
Kabir, he's
women are
even cast an
hiding their
aspersion on her credibility
educational
as a professional
qualifications. They are
by
even not going
accusing
to
her of
work
suffering from
just to
schizophrenia.
do them right, just to demand a lot of alimony. They are hiding their educational qualification. They are not going to work, making simple excuses that I'm not well, I don't want to work. And on the other side, the court says, beg, borrow, steal, pay your wife. Even to the handicapped
Definitely
husband,
not.
the courts are saying, beg, borrow, steal, pay your wife.
No.
This is too discriminatory. It should stop. Enough of it. Marriage isn't a business deal. Stop treating men
Barkaji,
as ATM machines.
we're gonna give the final 20 seconds
I'm
to
sorry,
to
but
the
you're
advocate.
taking a very myopic view. Some bad fish cannot spoil the entire sea. So let us not get carried away by those few cases that you've talked about. The husband does not have to beg, borrow, or steal. He has to provide the maintenance according to the adjudication of the maintenance amount, which is done in a very fair manner by the
All right.
courts. Whether
No,
it is
it
the
isn't
High Court,
done.
whether it's the lower
It
court.
isn't done.
And
I
if he is an
disagree.
able-bodied man, he
I
better provide
totally
for his wife and
disagree.
children.
All
They
right.
find false cases
At the heart
even
of
on
it.
domestic violence. Just now there was a Chhattisgarh court observation that if a husband asks wife to share the password of the mobile phone or any other bank password, that will be treated as domestic violence. But what about
In that particular
wife?
case, Barkhaji, in
But
that
what
particular
about
case, there's not
wives?
going to
They
be a
also
benchmark for every man or every woman
No, I'm
asking
just
for their
giving you one
spouse's mobile
example.
phone. You're absolutely right. And
I'm
there are
just giving you one
there are
example
bad faith.
that
That's what the
domestic
advocate is also
violence is
talking
not
about.